You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Dance Moms After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Dance Moms After Show.
Get on the floor. My world is with my girls. Living on the dance floor. Living on the dance floor. My world is with my girls. Living on the dance floor. Get on the floor. Living on the dance floor.
Oh, I felt that.
Yes.
Ow.
Wait. No echo, Tony? He's still living.
I'm sorry. I was in my pose.
Yes.
Floor. Being is for doing, and hey everyone, we are back for a supersized edition of the Dance Moms After Show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. What's going on? Jason J. Carter in for Giselle Ugardi. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
We have special guest host tonight, Starr Double R Session.
That's right. Find me on Twitter at Starr Session.
And what an honor to be sitting with this guy here. We have Mr. Richie Jackson, also known as Richie Squirrel, creative visual director and choreographer. You are everything, and that vest is everything.
You know what I have to give kids.
I
a
love
little bit of
this
showmanship.
Yes, a visual director. That coining a new phrase, yes, y'all. That's
Yes.
how we do. Yes, God, honey. So, and Tony Moore as always.
wait.
No, Tony. You didn't do it right with the cup.
Sorry. Hold on.
This is like
Oh,
I
we gotta
live for
take the
this.
time. Okay.
And Tony Moore.
Hi.
Work.
I'm Tony Moore.
Yes.
Oh my
too
God.
much.
So being as for doing, we're here this week. What a great show. Season 3, episode 13. She's a Maniac.
We on 13 episodes?
You know, well, I mean,
How many episodes did they order?
a lot. There's 42 actually.
Goodness.
I'm glad.
Yeah, it's a
Keep
great
going.
show. It's a great
Yeah,
show.
it
The
is.
fans are loving it. Big shout out to our fans that keep the lights on here every week, rating us on iTunes and on YouTube. We love you. Smooch. Keep it up with the
fans.
comments. So let's get into it. The
Okay.
pyramid.
Pyramid.
Oh, the pyramid.
The pyramid. Starr. Pyramid. How'd you feel about it?
Maddie's on top. Let's just start there. That's a duh, right?
Oh, yeah, that's
Duh.
a big duh.
That's a huge duh.
I wish there was like a little bit more suspense this week, but it was
Right.
just
No.
kind of Maddie's on top and
Okay.
Listen, what was her?
Brooke. Brooke was at the bottom.
She was at the bottom, and then she got an exit stage left.
She was
yes,
sure
right
did.
now.
Abby was like, Brooke, you are dismissed. You cannot travel with us, but you do still have to take class. And you know
Yes.
that happened to me. My mom was a dance teacher, and I was on the dance team. I threw a fit one morning. She was like, "Get your ass in the car." Mind you, rehearsal was 2 hours long, and the car was across the street. I was in the hot ass car for 2 hours. Then when my mom got to the car, she was like, "You are suspended for a month."
Mama don't play no
Shade.
games.
No,
Well, sometimes you got to learn your lesson a little bit.
I learned.
But I don't think Brooke really deserved to have to exit stage left. You know what I mean? Like she did. She had a moment on stage last week where she messed up a little bit, but
In the Abby Lee Dance Company, you cannot have a moment.
Yeah,
It's
no,
true.
no
be in
human
it.
mistakes.
Yeah, and on top of that, she was talking to Rosa. You don't talk to Rosa.
That's right.
I'm with
and
you.
she was laughing about it a little bit. You
And
know?
I think that was the icing on the cake. Like I think when it was so nonchalant, like, oh yeah, I messed up and we thought it was funny, and I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah, not
yeah,
cute.
I don't think Abby
Yeah.
walked in with the idea of like, yes, she's not going to be able to work this week. I think she kind of was just like, you're at the bottom of the pyramid. But then
Yeah.
when she started giggling a little bit, it was like,
It was like, wait, okay. It was like, oh, I got something for
You're-
that.
yeah,
I got something
you're
for
not
that.
taking it
I'm not mad
seriously?
at Abby
Right.
though. No human mistakes after all that rehearsal.
Okay.
Yeah.
and that number was
Good night.
beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
Beautiful.
It
Oh my
was. Well,
gosh.
and Brooke, you know, like we've been saying week after week, Brooke's a little over it. She's probably like, you know what,
Times
Abby?
10.
No.
you did-
According to our fans, she is not over it. They just so happen to have shots of her when she's not into it.
Oh.
Okay. When she's disengaging, when she's not
disengaged.
engaging. Okay, there
Instead
we
of
go.
being
All
engaged.
right.
She
Little
disengaged.
Mackenzie. Little Mackenzie's becoming the breakout star of the season. I
She's
feel
always been.
she's adorable. They're always putting her through her paces. It's like dancer wipeout. Okay, Mackenzie, you're gonna go through this obstacle course. Hopefully, you'll make it out alive.
Right.
If you don't, you'll lose some teeth. But you got great orthodontia. You'll be a-okay because. She's just always being like picked on, and she's the small fry. She's like Finding Nemo. Half a fish.
Not Finding Nemo. Finding Mackenzie.
Like little piglet.
No, but I love Mackenzie because when it
too.
comes down to like the confessionals, like she can have her own show in the confessional. She says
yeah.
like cutest things, and they're always off the wall. But
She's
I
like-
I love her.
Miss Abby says my hair is ugly, but I think Miss Abby smells like bacon. That's something kids say the darndest thing.
Yes, she's one of those kids. I love her
She
for
smells
it.
like a hot mess
Mackenzie.
burger from Jack in the Box.
But you have to hand it to Mackenzie. She is holding her own
Yeah,
with
for
all
sure.
those kids.
She is. I
She's
mean, she's a
holding it.
young buck, but she's hanging in there.
Yeah.
She is. And then there's Nia.
I thought Nia would have been higher in the pyramid, seeing as how she was Rosa
thought
and the
she
group
would have
one
been
and everything
too.
like that.
It's
and
A
she
little
was
conspiracy.
like-
dusty.
she was down at the
Conspiracy. They're
bottom.
holding her down. What they
But
need to do
why?
with Nia is because, and I've come to the conclusion, ladies and gents,
Go.
Tell
they
me.
need to give Nia a nice fall weave, just something
Okay.
down her back.
Oh,
A little
no.
romantic hair. Romantic
I knew
hair.
you were gonna say
Romantic
romantic
And
hair.
that'll
Why?
catapult her to the top. Look
You
is
think it's down to-
everything.
You
I
think
don't
it's down to her looks?
I think it is because many times, Richie, I'm finding that Nia just looks a little bit
Rat-a-tat-tat.
too, right. We need to give her some glam. Give her a little.
I'll
Have
give you
her
that.
some Beyonce moments. I'm telling you, that would
She's not
definitely.
quite there yet.
Yeah, Holly's not ready to even let her be that way.
Well,
Okay.
But Holly is
did.
that
Holly
way.
is always done though. Holly
Holly-
is always
For,
done.
It's true.
for every shot, Holly is like hair done,
Ombre.
nails done,
Everything done.
Yes, ombre.
everything.
She
Yes,
fancy,
ombre.
huh? She fancy, huh?
Oh, she fancy.
She
That's
fancy,
not
huh?
fly.
Then we have Chloe. I'm sorry, Kendall. I do
Kendall.
apologize,
Yeah,
Kendall.
Kendall.
I love
With her
Kendall.
new headshot.
Yeah.
And with that headshot, everyone needs to update their headshot.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
it was just like
Right.
it kind of it's time to. It's a new
like-
year.
Step your game up.
Glamour Shots has a special. I'm sure they have several in Pittsburgh. Get on top of it.
Wow.
Get on it. Glamour Shots takes great pictures.
Do
okay?
they even still do
Do they-
glamour
do
shots?
they
I don't know.
exist?
I don't know.
Yes,
your
you
life.
do. I'm not mad at you.
You're like promoting,
I mean,
and
I
they're
am from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Things are a little far behind there. They might still be Glamour Shots in the mall. Who
Oh
knows?
my
Show
God.
You know
live, Jason. My favorite picture was in school was the one where you were looking at the camera, but then there was the other photo of you looking down at yourself.
yes.
Or you're looking away.
Get into that. Get into that.
Everything.
Get into that
I
Olin
love
Mills.
that.
Those were everything in that like kind of like faint.
Yes.
That-
So I was
Yes.
in your book. I was in your book. I set up so many people.
See, Jason, that's why nobody liked you in school.
I know.
I was on the yearbook committee and I made sure everybody looked fly.
I made this girl a hot mess. But anyways, okay, so we have Chloe. I have to say one thing about Chloe that I like is Christy and her mom and their relationship. I think it's so endearing and so special because you never ever see Melissa or Jill or Kelly really being nurturing to their children.
Right.
It's always
Strictly
Kelly's
business.
eyes popping out of her head and Melissa.
No, I think they do have moments with their kids because, and especially when like they know Abby's about to go off the deep end, like they kind of like have those moments like, okay, she's about to come in here and get crazy. so-
They all do, but tonight
know.
seeing Christy embrace Chloe and really just
Having a
smile.
moment.
Yeah, it was really nice. I was like, thank you. It was a very refreshing thing to see on this show that promotes bad parenting.
Well, she's her biggest fan for
Right,
sure.
right.
So I
But-
mean, that's great.
I think I think she might have gave her a little too much at that ending though.
You think?
Yes.
Oh, the rock on?
Yeah, the rock on. Okay, think about it like this. I know Abby had a toot because she was like sick to the choreography. That's not what you rehearsed, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I really feel like if Chloe was really feeling it, how old is she?
Like 12, I think.
Right. So a 12-year-old's not going to make this choice because they don't even know about that. She might
Right.
have made another choice
like a-
as she walked out.
Oh.
Or oh my God, not that, please no.
Yes,
but
that
what
is-
I am saying
That
is
is
that
LA Dancer finish.
Alex.
she might have made another choice, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean,
wait,
this
wait.
to me was just like told to do it, so she
Right.
just did it.
But it
Yeah.
fit,
But I
though.
loved it. That was like
Yeah.
the best part. It was like she showed that she had personality on top of her dance, where she already had amazing personality, and she finished it strong. I
She
loved
finished
her.
strong, but it's still a bit of a gagathon as a choreographer. You're like,
That was
I've never seen that.
that
No.
was a last minute thought. That's
So?
like No, because
when I was in competition, it would take me 7 years just to take that 8 count to get off the stage because that was my stage and that was my time and that was my solo.
But
Right.
at the
and
same time,
then I would get great comments that I was working it and I was like feeling it and into it. So
Claws come out.
But
Right.
Still,
I'm sorry.
But still, that
Go
was a last thought. That's like if you're in a fight with somebody
And you give up.
and the whole time in your mind you're like, they got one more time to say something and I'm gonna hit them. And they got one more and they say something and they do it. That's what Chloe did. Chloe was like, okay, my mom told me to do it. I think
Yes.
I'm almost off stage. Rock on. Got
Yeah.
it. Done.
I'm disagreeing.
So not
Yeah.
organic
I mean,
is the
but-
word.
Okay, you can disagree. Just know that I'm right.
It's not. Oh my God! It's not. Girls.
On Twitter, talk to us right now. We want to know what you guys think. Was it a
Yes.
last-minute decision, or was it something
It was
that
last minute.
needed to? Even though it
It
was
wasn't
last
needed.
minute, it
was it
needed.
organic or not, troops?
Yes.
It wasn't needed. Why? Because it was done.
It was
we got
done.
it. Thank you so much. The judges didn't even see it. Why? Because you know what the judges were doing?
They were scoring, and that's fine.
Boom.
She was performing for the audience.
You know what the audience
She
was doing?
performed for her mom.
Going to the concession. You know what the audience was doing?
No.
Talking to their neighbor.
Okay. Well,
Still on the pyramid. We're still on
Tony
the
and
pyramid.
Starr. I'm actually Tony. I love you to death. Starr, I'm erring on your side because I
Yeah.
think
It's
it
okay.
was. It
You
felt,
got to look. You got to keep your show.
Tony,
on
I'm
YouTube
with
too,
you.
So you got to do what you
But
got to do.
Chloe, overall high score last week. So this week she got a solo. She looked fabulous. And then
great.
now we have Paige.
Okay.
Paige is just blah.
Yeah, Paige is like beige. Paige is like beige.
I like that.
Paige Beige.
Because you know how beige is just there?
Beige Page.
Oh,
Like Paige hasn't done anything this season that's been like, whoa. I mean,
I'm sorry. She is working and she just did her solo.
that has been anything that has been a wow factor or to stick out or
No.
really like life changing.
you're right.
But she almost had a moment,
Almost had a moment.
and it got snatched up
Right. Well then, but with what the
today for the group
Okay,
dance.
you're right. You're definitely right. You're right. I thought you were talking about Dig.
Wh-
What?
You are still on
What?
Dig.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Dig was a mess.
No, there was.
I'm not gonna bring up
I
old
don't even know
stuff.
what's going
Jason
on.
is
don't
talking
either.
about. Jason is talking about the solo between. I mean, not solo. The duet between.
Oh, the
Nia
construction work and the digging?
Yeah,
It was
between
horrible.
Nia and Paige.
And what happened?
Yo,
They had a shovel and they
The
didn't know
whole
what to do
concept
with
of
it.
shovel, and it was called dig.
and they were trying to be
and-
sexy with the shovel. It was so rare. It was like me being
Yeah.
sexy with like I don't know
Oh.
a spatula. You know
Kids
what
are
I'm
really
saying?
trying it with these concepts this season.
Let me tell you this: if you gave me a spatula, I would work it.
I mean, spatula,
Ooh.
Beyonce song. Do you have
Let it
a
be
smash
known.
hit wonder
Let
right
it be
there?
known.
Single ladies with a spatula? Get it.
I would
Oh
would
my
dance the house
God.
down.
Yes, God, honey.
You see this pen?
Oh God! And of course, we have Maddie at the top of the pyramid.
Which is
Of
where we
course.
started.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
here's the thing with Maddie. I don't mind Maddie being at the top of the pyramid. I just wish they would give her a different turn sequence. One, I wish they
Yes.
would give her some nice bangs too. And I think that Maddie.
Bangs equals grown, and she's not old enough yet to have no bangs.
Yo, that's like a Klingon forehead. It's just like go in.
Is she worth the pyramid every time?
No.
I'm just wondering.
No.
I don't
Is
think.
there anybody else that should be
I think Chloe
taking
could be
her
at the top.
slot?
I think Chloe
you know,
could.
you know who almost took her slot?
who?
Lil Sophia. And then Sophia said, "You know what? I got bookings in LA. I got to go."
Oh, so
Oh,
she
yeah.
paid it.
She paid it.
Okay.
She was like, "Yeah."
I have to
She
go
paid
to
it.
We all know how that
She
is,
said, "I got to
kids.
go." She said, "I'm gonna let y'all know I can do 54 turns, and now I'm
In
out."
tap shoes. In
Right.
Tap shoes.
And I'm
Done.
off to LA
Done.
to get those jobs.
mom
It's tap shoes.
Well, that's what happens in professional dance world.
Right.
But she does the work.
She does the
Okay.
work.
Not
Does the
sure.
work. So there you have it. There is our pyramid for this week. Which it's the pyramid's never shocking.
No.
Really, the only thing shocking about the pyramid is the pictures. That's about it. It's like we're
Mackenzie.
hoping. Yeah, we're hoping.
Oh, that is so Mackenzie.
Mackenzie's giving you that face. Like
Yes.
it's like what?
I'm just still gagging that Rosa Parks was still not in the back, but in the middle of the bus this time. I will
can't.
say that.
But look, it's a blessing she's still on the bus.
Richie Jackson in the house. So glad to have you here, Richie. What is going on in your world? Super huge dance tour. Let's talk about it.
Oh my God,
so excited.
I'm so excited. You have no idea. So it's a 6-city dance tour.
Yeah.
Going to LA, Atlanta,
Yes.
Seattle, New York, Houston.
Yeah.
Bam.
And it's all about promoting confidence. It's all about making sure that, these young kids can still believe in their own dreams. There's a lot of things going on about bullying, and we know that's a topic that I feel like is very well, what I want to say. I hate this-
Publicized,
Yes, thank you.
right?
That's the
Yes.
word. But what about yourselves? What about, bettering what you want to do, your dreams? And so this tour is more than just a master class. It's a workshop. It's about execution. It's about making sure that you mentally know what's going on. It's about how to approach dance. So it's just much bigger than just a class. It's also going to feature some of the members of the house, some of the dancers,
Yes.
and different
That's
people that
awesome.
work with the House of Gaga. So super duper
It sounds like
excited.
one big pill of Adderall, just going, being present, being excited, because that's what works
Yes.
for me. You know what I'm saying? Just pop a pill, it's all good to go. But this is going to be amazing. You said
We're
6
not
cities.
endorsing pills.
6 cities.
No.
6 cities.
Dancers.
Atlanta, and some of the dancers from the House of Gaga are in the
Yes.
house. That is amazing.
And we're just here to inspire and teach these kids and give them some knowledge. I feel like no one knows what's going on in the dance world right now. There's so many dance shows, and it's
Right.
just like, what do I do? How do I become a professional dancer? How do I
Right.
stay in it? How do I make it into a career?
Sure.
No one knows.
Right.
So I'm going to give them a couple of cherries in the book.
There
What you
go.
need to do is do an adult version of that because we don't know either.
We still kind of Richie will definitely get some more info on that later on in the
Yes,
show.
sir.
Websites where we can find you on Twitter, etc.
Yes.
So glad to have you here.
And if you want that adult version, let us know.
Boom.
I'll be the first to sign up.
Me
Even though I'm way out of a dancer's age.
Uh-uh.
I
No,
can
you're
still-
never too
It's
old.
for all.
Give a
Hello?
boom cat.
Well,
It's for all. You can move. You can dance. You love music.
That's true.
well, on this chocolate edition of Dance Moms,
Yes, chocolate.
you know,
edition.
I have a nice morsel for you. You saying that you're too old. Well, you know, the rumor is we have an extra Achilles tendon, so we can dance for many more years than the average dancer life of 18 to 25.
Oh.
And so can Rachelle.
Obviously. We're going to get to
Yes.
Rachelle in just a minute. Let's
Yes.
talk about the performances that are delegated this week. Chloe's back. She's no longer on probation.
Yay!
No longer
Yay.
suspended.
Right.
She no
gets to-
longer has to go to IKEA and build herself a seat.
or Thomasville, South Carolina, and cut down the tree, strip it, build a seat.
Get it.
She gets her first solo
Yes.
given to her, which is really, really cool. And then Abby throws everyone for a loop by giving Maddie and Mackenzie a duet called Run from Mother.
I mean,
Was it a run?
You know
They
what?
run with it?
We're gonna talk about it because I thought, I spent myself. I thought it was great. It was really, really cool. And then the group number is called Gold Digger.
gold digger.
I would have loved for them to come out to Kanye.
I thought that
That would have been hot.
that would have been nice.
Yes.
Too literal.
It's too literal.
And
Too
like
literal.
Paige Crumpin and just going
Too
ham.
That would have been the day.
You know,
Too literal.
Oh my gosh.
That would have been the day, but today is not their day.
Abby would have been like,
Good
"Yo,
night."
pretend you are a Kim with the Kimbrio, and Kanye. You know, channel it would have been really out there because Abby always has to give some kind of analogy and,
Of
and
course.
try to get them to feel what's going on.
And so
whatever.
it's horrible. Also, Kendall has a solo this week too, and she told her she needs to start running now to work on her stamina. Which
What
I
was
thought
that about Starr?
I don't know. I loved
agree.
it.
Okay, listen, let me take you back.
Go.
Let me be like Marty McFly. Let's get
Yes.
into the DeLorean and go back. So, remember one of Kendall's solos, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Like, halfway through the solo, we noticed that
She's gassed.
she was gone. She was just waiting for it to end. Now, it's only a 2-minute dance. But,
Okay.
get your life. So, that's why I think Abby was like, you know what? Yeah, we need to build up your stamina because it's so obvious that she's losing steam
Right.
halfway through
Sure.
her dance.
Makes sense.
As a dancer, as a performer, you have to keep going. You have to keep pushing yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
yes. Go in, Starr.
yeah, I mean, Kendall's kind of on that Paige blah phase where it's like she's kind of blah when she's out there. She should be hitting these moves a little bit harder and, having that moment in her face, but you can tell the moment she gets tired, 30 seconds in, she's doing that, "Whew, here
But
I
now,
go."
the question is, Abby, do you work with that and knowing that and then slowly take her up as
Right.
far as the what am I want to say, the difficulty of the routine? Like maybe it's too much in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
I was doing the same thing.
how, I feel like maybe you have to just work with that and find a different kind of judge.
Right, that transition 8 count, that breather 8 count. I used
Yes.
to love those in my solos. Thank you, Barbara. She would pull it in there.
Well, what I've learned in my years of dancing
Yes.
is that all you need is just a good face. Tony, demonstrate a really good face on stage for us, please.
I'm sorry, I have too many.
Oh.
No, okay, I can give you some.
Go ahead,
My
Sam.
dance teacher, we used to do the A-E-I-O-U. So A-E-I-O-U.
Oh.
Yes, for the
Yes,
And then when
I
you
heard
when you're
that,
tapping,
troops.
thank you.
You better go in.
So
What
they
is what
That
does
was good.
sometimes why look
It's
though?
sometimes ooh, why?
Not the sometimes why.
No, why is
Okay.
Maddie's face? Why is why is this happening? It's that lyrical face.
Why is it- Well, enter Rachelle Rak. Rachelle
Full
Rak.
out.
In a
Rach-
trench coat.
AKA Sass. Okay, first of all, I thought they were gonna bring in, I don't know who they were gonna bring in, but this lady walks in, a smile from ear to ear,
Energy.
just a life, walking through the door, just entered like a hurricane blew into the Abby Lee dance.
Yes.
Wild hair, trench coat, full of energy, and bam, she's in a leotard and tights.
On the floor,
Everything.
hair whipping, flipping, giving you Fosse realness.
Giving you Beyonce.
And I loved every minute of it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
No Beyonce?
Now, I'm a give her that she was working it. She is nobody's Beyonce.
Okay.
But, and the girls even said, this is totally different than what we're used to doing.
Yeah,
and the
yes.
It's Fosse.
And the moms were worried that, again, it wasn't going to be a winning routine, and that Rachelle and Abby was worried that Rachelle was not getting through it fast enough for these girls.
Right.
But, you can tell that Rachelle was coming from a different era of teaching in a different place in dance.
Yes.
And she wanted one of the things I enjoy watching you teach and watching a lot of these choreographers teach is how they connect with their students.
Right.
It's not about talking to them, it's about being in the trenches with them.
Yes.
And really
Totally.
and inspiring them as well as teaching them and giving them the foundations to being an amazing dancer. This Rachelle girl was being spiritual, she's being positive.
Right.
And that's what these girls needed. That's
And they
why it was
needed
so
that.
refreshing. They need that nurturing versus Abby talking
And
at them.
it also helps to tell the story. They can
Right.
understand the story more when you're in it with them as opposed to just dictating.
Right.
Well, Abby likes to tell the story, but half the time it doesn't even make sense. Like, what are these analogies? They don't even make sense.
It's not even a story. It's like an idea. Okay, the dance is going to be about double Whoppers 2 for $5 at Burger King this week.
Boom.
I totally understood that.
And then you're going to climb a mountain and
You're going to regurgitate the Whopper, and hopefully it'll be pretty.
Listen, I understood that. What'd you say? They were how much?
2 for $5.
2 for $5.
Monday
That
through
means
Friday.
you need to hurry up
Sold.
and get into your car and hurry up and get there. You are hungry, you are starving, and you only got $2 to your name.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
So this
Oh my God.
I understood all that.
Rachelle or Sass, and of course she had to reiterate that she was on Broadway, that she was leaving for tour, and
For
this
her
is
matinee.
her matinee, whatever.
But she also made a point when a choreographer comes in or a director comes in and they want to see what your 8 count is. Like, what do you have? That solo she gave was amazing.
It
She did a
was.
front walk over, bam, to the floor. She hit their hips up,
Head
flash
whip.
danced a little
Yes.
bit, bam, and then bam with her leotard.
She
and her
sold it.
booty.
And
I love
jazz
that.
heels, a leotard, and some tights.
Bam.
Boom.
What
And hair for
I liked
Jesus.
about her being the guest choreographer is that she taught a new style of dance to them, a dance style that they may not know about.
Sure.
And I think that it's important as dancers to know the different dance styles. Like, everything is not a Beyonce look, a Beyonce hair flip, a rocking it, crump, all that. There's so many different dance styles, and what's sad is that a lot of dancers don't know all of those dance styles. They only know what's current, what's new.
Or they get it when they get out of the
Yeah.
studio and when they really want, like, I want to be a dancer, I'm going to move to New York or LA, and then they get like a shock. They're
shock,
getting exposed to it at a very young age, and I think
Yes.
that's
which I
great.
think is good, and it's important too.
Well, being in LA as dancers, you guys are very right, and Richie, I'm sure you can attest to this, that dancers, it's very trendy. What's hot? Dancers are dancing what's hot right
Yes.
now. You go to auditions and you see the breakdowns. You want versatile dancers. You want jazz, hip hop, this is that. But then when you get to audition, it's all this. It's nothing.
There is no versatility right
it's
now.
just-
And
right.
just even in the auditions in the dance world right now, there's no versatility. And people are afraid to be themselves. They don't know who they are. Most of them come to LA having it already figured out. Again, there's so many dance shows, the internet's everywhere. They're like, oh, I know what dance is. But when they get here, they have no idea and they
Right.
can't adjust.
Right.
right.
That's why they've given these dancers, this generation have given the generations ahead of them more time. These kids should be gone, but they're not, because these young kids do not get it. They know one style.
Do you
Yeah.
think, touching on that, Richie, do you think it's a pride thing? Do you think it's an ego thing with this generation, that because they have the older generation, we grew up in class. We grew up, in the clubs. We grew up watching music videos for training
Yes.
because that's all we had. There was no
Yes.
really internet
Yep.
saturation to give us that kind of to indoctrinate us in that way of dance.
Right.
Do you think the kids now, since they have that so readily available, that they've used that to really grow quickly, and it's added to an ego or a
what I think that we're at right now is it is a pride thing, and the pride is actually covering up for the fact of there's lack of knowledge in other genres of dance.
Gotcha.
So as long as they have one style, they're good. Everything else is beneath them. But then they're
Gotcha.
wondering why they're not working, because those choreographers that do that one style only have those one jobs.
one jobs, right?
Yeah.
That's
Preach.
true.
Say
But
it.
my thing is, growing up as a competition student, my studio went to a ton of conventions where there
Right.
was a lot of teachers, like a convention that you're promoting, where you get to have a few different styles, and you get to learn from these teachers and get a little bit like an hour master class with them. And I don't understand why Abby isn't doing that. I don't know if she's like holding these kids back a little bit and like training them, but I feel like
well, you know what these kids need? They actually need knowledge even beyond the steps. They need to know how to keep a job, how to have a business mind frame if this is what you want to do as a business.
Sure.
How to what do you wear to certain auditions? You know, who's the choreographer? What jobs have they done? For instance, if I'm having a Lady Gaga audition, you should not come in there looking, what's the word?
Street.
Really street.
Hip hop.
You're popping, doing your freestyle. If you've ever seen a Lady Gaga show, you know that that style's not there.
Yeah, do your research.
Yeah,
be aware.
Be aware.
But these kids aren't even doing that.
Versatile. A versatile dancer is the best dancer. I love you if
I
you're
agree.
a versatile dancer.
Right, and you
okay?
know what? At this stage in the game, I will take a jack of all trades. I don't need any kings or queens.
There you go.
There you go.
Boom.
After buzzers.
Oh
what
no,
do
you're gonna
think?
get queens for Lady Gaga. You gonna get the queens.
I will never forget
gonna get
the
the
Lady
queens.
Gaga audition for the Monsters Ball tour, and what a choreographer told everyone to arch their back. And this choreographer says, "Yes, Muffs, you boys, you know how to arch your back. Don't act like you don't be doing that." It's just like
Right.
cray.
Well, people. But you know what? The reality is that when you get to an audition, people act brand new. They
Brand
put
new.
on, and what the reality is that all we need is you. If you just be you, I promise you will go so much further than trying to be like a clone.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and announce that I'm gonna start auditioning. I'm gonna go in and be.
Come on
and
in.
I'm about to slay.
Yeah.
You probably could
Slay.
these days.
I'm about
Trust
to slay.
and believe.
I only know one dance style, but I'm about to slay.
Listen, if you're a jack, we'll take it.
You don't need no kings or queens. After buzzers, if you are not a king or queen, but you are a jack, please go to iTunes and rate us. We love to hear from you. What do you think about the show? What do you think about the dance community nowadays? Talk to us. Rate us 5 stars. Leave comments, and also tell a friend. Tell a friend. We love hearing from you. We love hearing your comments on YouTube, on iTunes. It's great to communicate with you and see what's on your minds. That's why we're here. We're here for you. It keeps the lights on, and that's how we roll.
Okay.
Here at
Oh,
And
all
when
of
he
that.
rolling,
He's rolling.
rolling.
There's no stopping him.
No stopping at all.
Rate us on iTunes, you guys. So
Basically, the summary of that: give us 5 stars on iTunes. Leave a comment.
Thank you.
Rachelle Rak. Back to Rachelle's Rak. Rachelle Rak. You know, I liked the Fosse choreography. I thought
I do too.
it looked really cool.
I liked it, but I was like, I don't think this is gonna win. It'll just look too boring.
I didn't think it was either.
in the rehearsals, I was like, that's not competition. It's not gonna really stand out for the judges.
I love it. I loved it. And I think maybe only because I remember Rachelle from the Fosse show.
Yeah.
Because I get in these moments where like I'm all about something, and so like there was a song from Cabaret called Mine Hair that I used to absolutely love, and I stumbled upon her a video of Fosse back when I used to go to the library to rent DVDs and stuff because they were free.
Oh.
And I went and I rented Fosse, and I remember she did that, and she also did Gotcha by
I gotcha.
yes, by Liza Minnelli. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I mean,
was
I'm
like,
not saying
yes,
I
love
don't
that.
appreciate it. Of
But
course, I appreciate it.
I thought it was going to be interesting. I thought it was going to be different. I thought that it was going to set them apart from everyone else there, because everyone else there was going to give you boom cat, turn, yes, reach, all that. And
Right.
here those kids coming in
Look
giving
at
you
you.
yes. Get into that combination now. Y'all can take that if you want to. Put my name on it though.
Ooh.
But it was gonna stand out because like here you are seeing these kids doing Fosse and doing it well because
Right.
they're a group that really works well together. So they were gonna execute it really well. It looked a little stumblish in the beginning, but
But why did she really pull Mackenzie? Yes, she's a foot shorter, but why did she pull Mackenzie?
I didn't get that
thought
either.
Abby being in control.
Abby thought that Mackenzie didn't look as strong as the other girls, which is so dumb because if you go back over the series this season, Mackenzie, yes, she may forget stuff during her solo, but when the Abbey Lee Dance Company is dancing together, all of them, all 7 of them, or 6 of them, or however, there's 7, I think.
There was 6 in the number, right?
There's 6.
There's 6,
Yeah.
okay.
But Brooke is gone, so that would make 7.
Right.
Got
They
you.
are great together.
Yeah.
And Mackenzie goes ham sometimes. Like, this little girl is not a lackluster dancer. She's not a weak link. The only reason why she's the small fry is because she's the small fry. But that does not mean.
I think it was a staging.
Okay.
It was.
Because the thing about it is that,
was a staging.
you know, and I agree, listen, I can work with any number, 6, 7, even odd, doesn't matter. But it also has to like go with the staging. Like an even number, if it's not moving and it's stagnant, it's gonna pull a different kind of focus.
Right.
And that's what I feel like she was worried about.
And they were trying to make Paige beige. The highlight of the show, but I didn't really see that she was the highlight of the performance ever.
No.
Why? Like what?
There's no need to pull somebody out.
She didn't even have like a good extension or anything
Right.
to set her apart.
But the reason why Abby wanted to is because when it was just the 5 of them, at least because of the way it was staged and the way it was blocked, at least for me read better to the eye.
Especially that V. You
Yes.
have that 5th in the middle and then the 2. Yeah, I mean, that it looked visually. I agree.
Again,
I agree.
afterthought. Mackenzie looked like it was an afterthought. Like, oh, you know the dance. Well, we're just gonna put you right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then y'all split center, and then it seems like an afterthought.
Yeah.
Well, let's digress a little bit from the competition. We'll get back to that in a second. Let's talk about the moms this week.
Woo.
First of all, we have Melissa, who got married
On a Monday.
in
a
her
living
living
room.
room.
Monday, Melissa.
Married Mondays.
Just another married Monday. Whoa.
Whoa.
I wish it was
Sunday.
Sunday. Actually,
Oh,
not like
I
Tuesday.
am liking this.
Yeah.
Just a double Whopper Wednesday.
No,
Okay.
listen, you keep talking about this double Whopper. Unless somebody is going to get a double Whopper
Into the studio
into
right
the
now.
studio, we don't need to talk about no double Whopper no more.
But the moms were totally freaked out that Melissa got married.
No.
No, it was only Christy.
It was only Christy. It was only Christy that was like, wait, what?
Well,
What?
was Christy the only one not invited? Because Kelly was
Yeah, that's
invited,
the
and
question.
so was her kids.
I'm a little freaked out that Melissa got married.
But are you surprised?
No, you're not surprised. Yeah.
Are you
can't be.
surprised? Are you surprised that Melissa got married and didn't tell nobody?
Have I been missing Melissa's quirkiness all season? Is this par for the course for Melissa?
This is the thing Melissa does. Melissa keeps her business in her house.
Yeah. She
Even
doesn't want anyone
even
to
a
talk about
marriage though.
I mean,
Yes,
that's a big
she
deal.
Kept her man her engagement a secret to everybody.
Mama's not gonna have
We
just
need
one
to call
ball
this
for the
show
night.
Dance Mom / Real Housewives of Pittsburgh.
They need to have a
have a
behind the
spinoff.
scenes.
Yeah, because Melissa, that was
It just came out of nowhere,
Nowhere.
but we knew she was engaged, and we knew she wanted to keep it a secret. So of course she had a hidden wedding, and on Monday of all days, of course, you know,
Right.
like
Yeah.
when people are at work.
On Monday.
Yeah,
On a Monday.
so ridiculous.
That
But then
was
the moms
dust.
went on to have a wrap to lose some inches on their arms or sides. I don't know.
That was everything.
I
The only-
love that.
Yeah, the only rap I have is from California Chicken Cafe.
Uh-uh.
I heard those things don't work. I heard you lose like an inch for like a day. Like it
I-
doesn't
I've
work.
I
never
used to
heard of it
rap.
before, to be honest with you.
I mean,
guys.
Groupon.
I used to rap.
I used to rap
Groupon.
too.
I mean, not like rap, but
I could
used to-
cipher. I mean, I used to go hard.
not
dude.
that. But
No,
I used
not
to,
that.
back I was doing a show and I had to like lose weight because I was chubs
Okay.
and I had to play a stripper.
You better
all,
work.
of all things. So I was
You
like,
better work.
if I'm taking off clothes, that I cannot be looking like
Yeah, you
jiggle,
gotta
jiggle, 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 jelly, jelly.
tighten
So you
it
went
up.
in for the rap.
Yeah, so no, I got a trainer, and my trainer was like, you put hemorrhoid cream
Cream.
on your abdomens, and then
Okay.
you wrap up at night, and you go to sleep.
And did it work?
Yeah,
I'm gonna try that.
What's
I
that
was
wake up
banging.
moment like?
I actually rapped.
because it takes the water weight.
Gotcha.
That's interesting.
But did it hurt though?
No, it didn't hurt. It's uncomfortable because I mean you're in saran wrap.
Yeah, because you can't. It's not really forgiving. You can't
Yeah.
really move when you're sleeping. I hear
Yeah.
you. I hear
So
you.
you have preparation H, just
Just
What?
no.
I'm not mad at you.
First off, I didn't use preparation H because that costs too much. I went over to the
Generic store
Wait,
brand.
at Walmart.
Uh-uh.
Equate it would do just the
Even
same.
at that moment,
There
I'm
you
not mad
go.
at you.
So let's move on to the competition. And Chloe solo in rehearsal, Chloe was kind of not landing some things. Abby was giving her some grief about it.
Well, she only didn't land that one move,
Right.
The aerial out of
Yeah.
out of the turning combination.
but everything else was clean and it was typical Chloe and like in it and
Well, she did have that week when she was off for a little bit, and then she gave her a solo, and she was a little off. She had an off week. Everyone has their off
everyone
week.
has
in
a
dance.
Right.
off week.
She
Everyone
was
gets
so clean, and
Right.
her
Yeah.
she only got to run it through once,
once.
which was like ridiculous.
I think
but
that's enough. Did
yeah.
she have to run it again?
she looked flawless, so
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
And then the duet with Maddie and Mackenzie at the competition. They were at Dance Expressions this week,
Yes.
and I thought it was really good.
I thought it was gorgeous.
I thought it was gorgeous. I thought
too.
the great chemistry with
I
those
really did.
two. Mackenzie, believe it or not, stood out more to me than Maddie did.
Oh.
Maybe because she was smaller, but the way Mackenzie attacks movement and the way Mackenzie is kind of she's like a pocket rocket. I think Maddie gives you and angst and beauty and grace, whereas Mackenzie's is stronger, I think.
Jason, I don't think
Okay.
I don't think you argued a good point, but I think we all on a
Well,
different
okay, wait.
Because if you watch it again,
I want to watch it again.
Mackenzie is kind of sprightly. She's very like boom, boom, boom.
You know what I saw? I think Mackenzie was like, oh God, dancing for her life. She
Right.
was fighting to say
Exactly.
I should be here.
Yes.
Right.
Whereas Maddie was just like, well, another show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. She puts it on. It's like she puts it on. You
Yeah.
know? There's no like anything different about her performance from week to week. There's nothing different. It's
Yeah.
like the same. And I feel like Mackenzie was definitely fighting. I agree with
Yeah.
you.
Passion.
I was worried
Why were you
because at the beginning, Mackenzie was sitting there, and I was like, "Oh, she's about to forget," because she's sitting there too
Too long. That 8 count
She's
went on for
sitting there too long. But
7,
then,
8.
but then as I watched it, I was like, they dance beautifully together.
I-
Mackenzie again is stepping up and being like, "I'm small, I might be young, but I'm keeping up
And I
with
think
her."
it's fun that they got to dance like sister
Me
do a
too.
routine, and
I
that was their
thought that was
first
cute.
one. That
Oh,
was
that was great.
I thought it
as
was
well.
great.
I thought it was super cute.
Really
It
good.
was, and yeah, Mackenzie's one of my favorites. And then we have the group number. No, my bad.
go.
We have Kendall.
Kendall, she got tired after 30 seconds.
That okay.
I think she still got tired too.
The flapper girl. Something about Kendall. I say this week after week, and you guys can slap me, but it's intention and commitment and really going hard for those moves. And something about Kendall is just too soft and dainty for my liking.
She's okay. Her mom made a point a few weeks ago. What is she, 8, 9? It hasn't clicked yet, but she does have the facility and everything to make it work. You know, she's only 9. There's going to be that moment where the port de bras is going to be perfect, where it's just something's going to happen with her where she's going
Right.
to get there, but she's just not there yet.
I felt like it was better in rehearsal
Yes.
than it was on stage.
Yes.
For sure.
Because I was like, oh, that's going to be a cute number for her. And then it got to stage, and I was like,
That's
Well, I felt like mentally she was probably scared and telling herself, keep up.
yeah.
Just keep up. Just
Yeah.
keep going. Don't lose your stamina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She needs to
She
run.
lost it.
She needs to really run.
Yeah.
I think so. But
Well, we come to the group number, and Abby brings Rachelle Rak, aka Sass, back to check it out, and she tells her that she did make some changes.
well, did she pop up out of nowhere, or did she invite her to the competition?
Of
That's
course,
the part I don't know.
I think she invited her. I think she invited her.
well, when
back.
she came in, she's like, "Oh, I got some things to tell you."
Unless she forgot she was coming.
yeah,
Probably. Oh, okay, we're gonna go with that story, Richie. We're gonna go with that story.
Yeah.
Rochelle checks it out.
But was she, first off, did y'all know that Flashdance was even like touring?
I had no clue. I thought it was
I
Flash.
didn't
I thought
either.
I thought it was Jennifer Grey from the movie they brought in.
No. I like when they announced a special guest and then the title of the episode was "She's a Maniac."
Jennifer Beal, sorry.
I was like, oh, this is the stand. Because remember, Flashdance was a big controversy
Yeah.
because
Right.
there was a stand-in. Jennifer Beals didn't really do it. I
Right.
was like, oh, they brought in the stand. Wait.
I
it's
thought
a
it was
Broadway
a stand-in
show,
too.
and I was like, "Wait, it's on tour,
Right.
It's in Grand Rapids, Michigan."
I
like,
had no clue.
I thought it
all
was like
confused.
the actual movie.
I didn't
Jennifer
even-
Beals
I
was going
thought
to run in
Jennifer Beal was
here.
about to walk
Yeah,
through there. I
I
was about
didn't
to be
even
like,
know-
yes,
Yes.
troops.
I didn't
we're
even
in.
know that they even turned that into a musical, which I hope is a whole lot better than Dirty Dancing because they tried it and they can have a seat with it.
Ooh.
Or Spider-Man.
Oh, I haven't seen Spider-Man, but them people getting injured.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Not the T. But she brings her back.
Yeah.
Abby tells her, sits her down and says, "Hey, I made some changes. This is why." And Rochelle's like, "Okay, well, let me see
What you did.
Yeah. And then she's thinking like, "No, there's no need to take Mackenzie out. She rehearsed it. If we thought the girl was bad in rehearsal, we wouldn't have had to rehearse it.
Mackenzie was smart in the background doing it
Doing
while
the-
they were
doing the
doing it.
dance.
Who told her to do that?
These
yes,
kids are smart these
Mackenzie.
days. These
She-
kids know.
Yeah.
It was interesting to see someone stand up to Abby. I think that was the storyline.
And
And
why
how
did-
did she stand up to Abby?
Oh.
Tell
That
me.
was because Rochelle was like, no, I don't have to talk. I don't have to ask you. I'm the guest choreographer. We're doing it. And I'm like, oh.
Boom.
I was like, I don't know, troops.
And Abby was
I
like,
don't know.
Rochelle's like, "Mine's bigger than yours, Abby. Sorry."
There's always a joker in the deck. I don't know. I'd have been
Yeah.
like, my company.
Exactly, but last week, Miss Kathy from Candy Apple, she was sticking up for the guest choreographer that came in, and she was like, "You know what? You can't come to my studio and treat my kids this
Anthony
way."
Burrell, right.
So that was, I don't know, why didn't Abby stick up for herself?
Because I think Abby, with the moms, they're not on the same level as Abby as far as dance. They're not dancers.
Right.
So there's a different element, a different energy, and a different dichotomy there. So when Rachelle Rak, who is a working dancer on Broadway, kind of legendary, doing legendary Fosse choreography, who Abby is a Fosse. I mean, she probably felt like,
Well, I think Abby is
Richie
respect.
Squirrel sat up.
Yeah, go.
I mean, I think that Abby very much gave, you know what? Well, if you think you know, good luck.
Yeah.
Of course she did. She blatantly
If
gave
you
that.
think you know, Mama, good luck.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
It just so happened. I don't know. See, this is bad because we can't see the other performances, but it still didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't feel all the way. Ta-da!
The
It was
performance
like-
when they hit the stage.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
it didn't
Well,
feel.
because they had that. I think
Mackenzie hit that last pose
they
good,
had
though.
that energy.
did.
She's like, bam, she
With
came from
that
the
wink.
outside into the end.
And Rachelle keeping in positive Rachelle Rak, man. She's like, I wish you guys had a positive energy. Go on the stage, ignore all this drama.
She needs to be a life coach for
right.
dancers.
She
I
sure
love
does.
But the girls ate that up. They love that. They soaked that up. It was great. I want to see more of this Rachelle Rak girl because she was hilarious. But Abby, let's get into the results. The solos everything placed.
Everything
Everything
plays.
Everything
Place.
placed.
Beautifully, and the solo took first, and that's right, the duet. What is wrong with me? The group number
The group number took first.
and Abby was a sore winner. I think her ego was a little sliced.
I don't think it was her ego. I think what it was that as a choreographer, and Richie touched on this while we were watching, is that you do what's rehearsed. You don't like add stuff in like the Chloe move.
Sure.
Paige even did a little something too, like going off stage. She
Looking
did like
back.
a little look back.
Yeah,
Right.
one extra now.
You do what's rehearsed. If you're in a band, you don't suddenly give yourself a solo if you didn't rehearse the solo.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yes.
granted, I gave myself many of solos on that triangle, but
I agree. I don't think anything that was made. The points you two are making, of course, are valid. Do what's rehearsed.
And
It's
they're right.
professional, and in your eyes, they're right. However, I do think that
Get your life, Jason
if what was a problem for Abby really wasn't an issue as far as the overall, like Chloe doing the rock on and Paige even that bam bam, it wasn't that big a deal. And I do think the solo was good because yet again these girls dance well together.
Right.
That has nothing
You
to
mean
do
the group?
The group, yes. I'm sorry. Totally, thank you.
you welcome.
Hot
That's what
mess.
we're
I
here
can't
for.
count a solo as
Can't
an
count.
ensemble number. So
It was okay.
The group.
Yeah.
I
it
mean,
just
I don't
was
know.
a little
When it-
stale.
Well, is it okay? Competition wise, we always leave and you think like, oh, was it staged? Was it because they're on a show that they're getting higher points?
Right.
Because was the number really that good? I don't know what the other numbers looked like.
Right,
You know what I mean?
exactly
To
my
judge it
thought.
against. So it's like, it wasn't really a standout performance. Like, because I've seen them perform way better than that.
Right.
But I don't know.
I think all this season they've had okay group numbers. I don't think anything that's been on stage this season thus far has been like knock me over, jaw
Rosa
dropping.
Parks could have did that until Brooke lost it.
But even
Brooke was lost.
even Rosa Parks, you guys are giving that way too much credit. I didn't think that was that.
What you got against
mesmerizing.
Rosa?
Nothing is. I
What
think
you got
I think the
against
reason why the Rosa Parks number was great was because of it was a racially charged situation that they were displaying. That had a lot to do with it. Like I said, if we're doing a piece on September 11th, it's because the situation is heated. That's why it adds to the emotion of the routine.
Yeah,
In
you want.
effect. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
do that.
I'll
So
agree.
I don't.
I'll
but
agree.
we're
That's like
talking
last
choreography though.
That's
We're
like
talking-
I'll give you that.
Yeah, we're talking choreography though this week. I mean, we're coming from a place of choreography. Yeah, the choreography was it was okay,
Yeah.
but they danced well together, so we give them that. That's why it was a great group number. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Blah.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, we can disagree. We can agree, disagree. But what I want to know more of is where we can find more on this tour. I'm super excited, and
So
also,
listen, yeah.
maybe you need a fragrance. I
I
was thinking
do?
about this. You have vests. You
Okay.
have squirrel, your
You know
squirrel-
who doesn't have a vest?
Timor and Jason J. Carter.
Ooh.
You know
Troops.
you know who's been asking for one?
We told your publicist, Rich, twice.
The kids have
And-
been asking.
And you know I've requested a large because apparently Richie think that everybody is a medium.
They only come in one size.
Medium.
That is not true.
Small.
Where can we find out more on this? On the
So
tour
you
online?
simply go to richiesquirrel.com/tour and you'll find out all the information about which cities, what it's about, the prices. You got to pay a little something because I'm carrying me and special house members with me. And then you can also hit me up on Richie Squirrel on Twitter to get more info.
What else you have coming down the pipe?
Oh my gosh. So what else has been going on? I've been working with an EDM group named Cruella.
Nice.
Two girls, one guy. They are DJs, but they also spin their own music and they perform. So
Sounds
they've
fun.
been amazing.
Now that's new.
I've been working with a young kid named Zach Montana, who's going to be coming out as soon as he gets that record deal.
Yes.
Music is amazing, so I'm really excited about him. And also, there's a couple of cherries that I can't drop, but Let's just say I'm excited.
That's cool. Well, we're always excited for your cherries.
Yes.
I love your cherries.
Throw your fingers up, kids.
Mine don't move that fast. My geriatric. Do I have geriatric fingers? Because mine don't move.
No.
I have Arsenio Hall fingers, and they don't move that fast.
It's Arsenio.
Dude, that fool had a finger this big. It was like, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all are too much.
Let's move on to news and gossip.
TV News.
Do we ever have any news?
Well, actually, as we predicted, Asia is going to be on
finally,
this
we've
show.
been talking about that for a month.
She is another one, ladies and gentlemen, that needs a new headshot picture because that mini eyebrow is not doing it. It's like, what is that? But she's apparently coming back next week
Asia.
to show the Abby Lee Dance Company how to hit it and be sexy at 6 years old.
Go in, Asia. Dance down, please.
We have Asia's mom,
Sassy
Christy,
Latino.
with, I mean, I don't know what
She
kind of
still got
hair
that
gel
ponytail.
she uses, but
Christy.
that stuff is
Slick back.
Christy.
Tight.
stop
AKA
bullet.
J Glow. Go in
J-Glow.
there. Just don't beat him up. Don't take him outside.
Oh no, she gonna take him outside.
But
She will.
there's also some more surprises coming up this season that are going to knock your socks off. I've been talking with some of the producers, and they can't tell me what's going on, but they did tell me that we will be in for a bunch of surprises that will leave us going, what the?
Like Abby stuffing her dog. Just saying.
No.
Oh, who does that?
Yeah,
Hollywood
but where-
Baby, taxidermy Hollywood Baby?
But where has the dog been this whole time?
in
It's
the
been
freezer?
Like, that's gross.
Abs.
Hey, we have a dead snake in our freezer because we can't get rid of it because my daughters will be really upset.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's coming up next week.
There you go. So there you have your predictions. I'm sorry,
no,
there you
that
have
was
your news and gossip. I'm going home. News and gossip is next.
No,
And now-
predictions is next.
No, they know the show. Predictions are next.
There we go. I am a professional.
I love this music.
Your AfterBuzz TV.
Prediction.
We're gonna have our guest Richie Jackson started off. What you think, Rich? What you think?
What the predictions are for next week?
Or
Just in life.
In life, yes.
Well, I predict that April is going to be a month of new experiences and what I want to say, romance, new romances
Yes, you
Wait,
gotta do it.
for you?
for everyone.
Okay. He's like, I predict that everyone's gonna start rapping themselves. And Tony Moore.
I predict that Giselle will be back to correctly do the format of the show.
Dust.
I'm kidding, Jason. You did a wonderful job until the end where you forgot what you were doing. Get your life, Jason Carter. I believe that when Asia comes in next week, she's going to turn the Abby Lee Miller Dance Company upside down a little bit. Because now I feel like every time they bring someone in, it puts them on their toes even more.
Yes.
And I feel like Asia is such a firecracker, especially remembering how she was on Abby's
Ultimate dance competition.
like she's one of those people that like she hits it, she attacks it every time. Even if she forgets, she's still about to give something.
Give something.
And yeah, they thought they had sass, but they have not met Lil Asia.
Good luck,
They
troops.
do not think they have sass. They
They-
are
they-
nowhere
they-
close
yeah,
to
they
it.
are
Mackenzie's the
sassless.
closest to the sass.
Right, she's queen.
Yeah.
God
Yes.
couldn't come down, descend upon the earth, and give them sass because I have yet to see it. My predictions are: I do think that Giselle will be back next week, and I do think we'll see some more of the boys. And I also think that Asia's gonna come in and really. Okay, you know what? No, let me stop. Every time I have a prediction about something, it leaves me disappointed. So I think Asia's gonna come in and be okay. I think she's gonna be, fine.
Oh, get your life.
But I do predict the parents are not gonna like her.
Yeah. Well, I think
They-
my prediction. Are you done?
Go ahead, start.
sorry.
Start, Laura.
My prediction is Abby's gonna make her like this forefront of the dancer,
Yeah.
Asia. Be like, look at this sass, isn't she amazing? You know, everyone's replaceable, but I think she's just gonna be lackluster and still not have the technique she needs, that she still needs to work on because she's still growing up as a dancer. And I think it's gonna knock Mackenzie off of her rocker a little bit. Maybe
Yes.
Mackenzie's gonna be like off next week. I don't know. That's
It's like a
just,
bring it on
Yes.
moment.
yeah, like bring it on.
I
yeah.
love- I think-
Also, Zach is back
Yeah.
because he was missing from Candy Apples.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Candy
He's back.
Apples is definitely going to be in next week, so it looks like it's going to be a good season.
Good luck,
I think
Zach.
Abby's theme song should be Beyonce irreplaceable. Because,
Oh,
you know what I'm
to the
saying?
left, to the left.
Ooh.
Richie Squirrel, thank you so much for hanging out
Thank
again.
you guys for having
Always
me.
a pleasure to
Yes,
have you here.
thank you. Throw 'em
Where
up,
can
troops.
the kids and the future squirrels of America find you online?
Remember to find me at richiesquirrel.com/tour for more information about the tour, or just hit me up on Twitter at richiesquirrel.
Boom.
Bam.
Tony Moore.
You can find me at Lounging with Tony on all platforms, including Twitter, Facebook, and my website, loungingwithtony.com.
And our special guest host, always a pleasure having you, the beautiful Starr Session.
Thanks for having me. I had
course.
so much fun here. You guys can follow me at Starr Session, Starr double R, on Twitter, and our new web show, Triple Dub Show.
There you go. And I'm Jason J. Carter. You can find me on Twitter at JJC Forever. Also on Twitter at The Triple Dub Show. And on Facebook at Triple Dub Show. And also on Instagram at The Jason J. Carter. Always a pleasure. Until next time, you guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you next Tuesday. Mwah!
Keep dancing.
Toodles.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.